What's up, booktube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura if you're new here, and today I'm doing the end of the year book tag. This tag was created by Ariel Bissett, I think. I'm sorry if I said the name wrong there, but I think it's Bissett, which I will of course link it down below. I think it was made a couple of years ago, but it seems to still be a thing that people are doing every year, so that's great. I love me a good book tag. So here we are, let's just get right into it. Question 1 is, are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? Yes, I have 2. I have many, but like 2 that I actually still want to finish. I DNF a lot. A lot of my DNFs are ones where like I could try and pick it up later, but I probably won't. So I'm not gonna count those ones. But there are 2 that I did start and I wanted to read them, but things got in the way. By things, I mean COVID. But I just didn't end up finishing them, and I still kind of want to. But the first one for that is Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This one is a massive standalone epic fantasy about like, I don't even know what it's about. There's so many things happening in this series. I can't even tell you what it's even about, to be honest. Is my light dying? Fuck, hang on, my light's dying. I think I got about like 120 pages into it or so, and I was starting to enjoy it. It was very, very slow, and like I don't normally read adult fantasy, so it was like very, very different for me, and I was kind of enjoying it, but I was also like kind of overwhelmed by the sheer size of that massive book. So I put it down. I think I was trying to read it for Tome Topple the first time that I did it back in, I want to say like May, maybe, I don't know. It was summertime or like early summer, I don't know. Anyways, it was a while ago, and I put it down and I want to try it again, but I was reading the ebook and I think that I would like it better either in physical format or in audiobook, which I didn't have access to either because the library was closed during COVID. So I just put it down. I put it on my like finish later shelf on Goodreads, and I might one day get back to it. We'll see. And the second one is The Unspoken Name by A.K. Larkwood. This one I started also like right at the beginning of COVID, and like at that time my brain was so like overwhelmed with like anxiety and everything that I'm sure I don't need to explain because we're all in the same boat, that I was just not able to focus on like a really complex fantasy. This one is also a adult fantasy, which I'm just kind of dipping my toes into. I'm very much used to YA fantasy, which is a bit like easier to grasp. So it was just a very, very bad time for me to be trying a new style of fantasy. So I was really, really liking it like while I was reading it, but I just couldn't focus on it at all, and I wasn't able to like give the book the attention that it needed. So I put it down. I did try to pick it back up again a couple of months later, and just same thing. I was still just not in the right mindset to try and absorb an adult fantasy, but I have read a few now, so maybe I can try it again at some point because it was really, really good, especially for like a debut book. Like it was fucking fantastic, the bits that I did read of it. So maybe I'll give it a shot again soon. Question 2 is, do you have a autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Not really, to be honest. Like I have a couple of books that are like kind of both fall vibe and winter vibe, but like I don't have any plans to read them right now, so I don't really have an answer for this one, so I'm just gonna move along. Question 3, is there a new release that you're still waiting for? There is one as of the day that I'm filming this. I'm filming this on the 17th of November, so right now there is only one more book on my TBR on Goodreads that hasn't been released yet, and that is How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. This one is being released next week, I think, on the 24th. I have no idea when this video is going to be coming out. It might have already been released by the time you see this, but at least right now in this very moment for me, it has not been released yet. I am so looking forward to it. It's part of the Folk of the Air world from Holly Black. I'm pretty sure it's Cardan's backstory, so I am really, really hyped for it. I think it'll be really fun to read that, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Question 4, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? And for this one, these are books that I cannot believe that I haven't read yet. 2 of these were my most anticipated releases of the year, and one of them is by my favorite author ever, which I think was released last year, and I haven't read it yet. If you guys have been watching my videos, you probably know which books I'm talking about. Called on the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. I haven't read it yet. It's almost December. What is wrong with me? I haven't done this yet. Oh my god. This was released at some point in 2019, I think it was, and I still have not read it. This is my favorite author ever. Why? But anyways, this is book 1 in the Ronan trilogy, which is a spin-off series of the Raven cycle following the character Ronan Lynch, who is my favorite character. So again, why haven't I read this yet? The next one is The Storm of Life by Amy Rose Capetta. I've talked about this book so many times on my channel, like going back since I first started it back in March. Still haven't read it. This one is the sequel to The Brilliant Death. It is fantastic. It's like an Italian-inspired mafia story, but with magic involved. It's amazing. And like just two genderqueer people kissing on the cover. This book is perfection, and I haven't picked it up yet. God, what's wrong with me? And finally, Bonds of Brass by Emily Skrutskie. Again, like favorite author ever, one of them at least, like top 3 or 4 favorite author of all time. And I haven't picked it up yet. I own it now. I bought it a few months ago finally. Haven't read it yet. But okay. Alright. This one is a sci-fi with a male-male romance. I just want to read it, but I keep putting it off for literally no reason. But maybe soon. Maybe in December I'll finally get to this one. Question 5, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Absolutely. Literally any of the 3 books that I just mentioned, because as I said, they are 3 of my favorite authors of all time. So of course I'm going to assume that I'll love these books, and I hope that they all become like new favorites. Otherwise though, I'm not really sure what I'm planning to read for next month. So like anything could come up. Maybe I'll try and work some of these in there, and some of them might become my favorite books of the year. Not really sure, but we shall see. I hope so. And the final question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2021? A little bit. I've kind of been thinking about my goals for next year. So for this year, I wanted to focus on reading sequels as well as reading new releases, like books that were actually released this year, because I have these really bad habits of not ever reading sequels. I'll read the first book in a series and then never touch the rest of the series ever again. And then I also have this habit of adding books to my TBR before they've been released, and then like completely forgetting about them and never reading them, and then I lose interest and take them off my TBR. So I wanted to try and get to new releases faster this year and like keep up with all the hype and everything, and I did succeed in both of those a little bit, not quite as much as I wanted to, but I definitely read a lot more sequels, a lot more full series as well, and a lot more new releases this year, so that was really good. But for next year, I think I'm going to still focus on sequels because I have so many series that I'm like right in the middle of that it's been so long. So I want to try and get those done. And then I also want to focus on my more backlisted books, or the ones that I've had on my TBR for like 3+ years that I haven't gotten to yet. So I think next year I'm going to really try and focus on clearing out my backlist books. But yeah, so those are all the questions for this tag here. Thank you so much to the creator for making this tag. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing book tags, so if you guys ever find any that you think I would enjoy, please send them my way. I would love to do them. But in the meantime, that'll do it for today. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're all having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye!